They're coming off a game with 2 goals. You've scored, I think, 3 since you came back from the World Cup. How do you feel as a player right now? Do you feel like you're at 100% at exactly where you want to be?
I think there's always room for improvement. I'm happy to bag a couple of goals, and it's good building confidence, but there's always more I think you can do as a player.
Is there extra motivation for you, I guess, coming back to the Thorns after maybe how the World Cup turned out?
Yeah, I'd say so. It's different though, obviously, with different teams and stuff. I think it was really disappointing being at the World Cup and exiting so early. So coming back here, I think we kind of just have a point to prove and want to show that, we can play, we can do well, and to come out here and win this league would be a big positive, I think.
Is there, I guess, not only coming from the World Cup, but also just knowing that you weren't part of that run last year, to know that you can be part of this run and helping this team potentially claim a trophy this year, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, it means a lot. Obviously, last year was a tough year for me, so to be back in the mix, basically playing at 100%, it's been good for my confidence. It's been good getting the goals as well, and I think we're all just doing well and looking forward to more games.
I know you've talked about it a ton, but do you think back? I mean, I guess you're probably almost about a year out from the back injury or getting near that.
Yeah.
Do you think back to sort of the process at this point, or do you kind of try to keep it behind you?
I kind of try to keep it behind me, but it's hard, I think, because it was such a big injury that I went through, and mentally, physically, the whole rehab, it was challenging. So I still fear a little bit in the games, with a player coming into my back like that. But the more games I get, the more I keep building. I think I feel a little bit better about it.
Do you kind of? I mean, obviously there's maybe that fear, but do you look back as an accomplishment just to see, from the point where you weren't even walking to be able to you're scoring the goals that you're scoring now, and coming off playing in your actually getting playing time in your first World Cup?
Yeah, definitely. I think you kind of realize what you couldn't do when you're out of the game. So to come back, to be playing, it's good. And I think I do need to look at it as kind of something that I've gotten over and I've moved on from, because the more you dwell on it, I think it just gets a little bit hard mentally. So it was a big achievement, and it's nice to be back playing, and I think that's all I can really say.
Do you, in terms of your mentality, knowing that an injury can happen or anything like that, has it changed your mentality at all in terms of just appreciating each day on the field?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I try not to think about that, the injury side of it. It's not really the way an athlete thinks, but I definitely appreciate each day, every time I can step out on the field, the fact that I'm able to run and play the game I love.